Hey everyone, how's it going? Yeah, finally getting around to this vlog. When I first came to YouTube, I was so busy with finals and first year classes, paying for textbooks. Anyways, finally got to this vlog, and first, a quick story to share. I went to the blood donor clinic yesterday to donate blood for the holidays, like I like to do every year. And I'm not sure if this has ever happened to anyone before, but you know how the nurses give you those stress balls to squeeze, right? Well, I'm like really nervous whenever it comes to like anything to do with needles, so I was squeezing the ball really rapidly, and what happened was the needle actually popped out. I mean, fortunately nothing bad happened. I think the nurses were more concerned than I was. There were about 3 of them there, and they all got around and be like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just really nervous about needles." But honestly, I did feel like I was gonna have an anxiety attack there for a minute. Not because the needle popped up, just because it was there in general. And I was like holding onto the arm of the chair. I usually don't get that stressed out. In school, I got stressed out a lot due to being bullied. I mean, for those of you who have anxiety, if you feel the fear and stress is already bad, this was way worse. I'd be afraid to go to school. The stress would affect my learning. Like, I would study for a week, and if I felt stressed on the day of a test, I would fail. And ironically, stress actually has to do a bit of how I first came to YouTube. I first started YouTube in October 2007, but it was really spur of the moment. I was having really stressful nights at work at a fast food place for about 4 months before joining, and it was really stressful being on late night shifts. It was like greasy, tiring. Like I would stay up nearly 62 hours straight through every weekend, and I lived this way for a little bit over a year. I mean, for the most part, it was alright. First, I didn't mind late nights because I loved my job, and I worked with a lot of great people. But around July to October 2007, I had this supervisor who was like being a bully every single weekend, and I didn't find out until later, talking to coworkers when I quit my job, that she was that way around all the workers. But for me, it got to the point where I was just too stressed to go into work. I just felt like I wasn't doing as good a job. And I remember last night when I was like upset, my stomach was churning, and once I got home, I could not even sleep. Like I usually worked a 10 to 6 shift, but that night I worked an hour overtime, and from the stress of work, I just felt like a mess, and had to make a tough decision that later on that day to go into work and just quit right on the spot. And I mean, not only was that last night awful, but I got along really well with with all my other coworkers, so they were all really sad that I was leaving, and some of them were like begging me to stay. So then not only was I feeling stressed from the previous night, but then I was feeling all this guilt for leaving, and I enjoyed the company of all my coworkers, so that made it difficult too. But I didn't know what else to do at that point. I have to say that honestly, I was really at the end of my rope at that point in my life. I hadn't attended college for like close to 4 years. I took a film class in 2006, and then that was it until the fall of 2008. I actually didn't think I would have even go back to university this fall, but yeah, I've been going since September, and I mean, I get stressed at times, like during exams, which made these past few weeks really stressful with my finals, but I really want to go back to college, so I'm staying. So yeah, that's how I first came to YouTube. And yeah, I guess I'll just close the thing. I'm really enjoying college, despite the stress. I really enjoy going to class and learning about a lot of cool stuff. And honestly, I appreciate getting feedback from people in here as well. So, talk if you have something to say. Don't be shy. The community aspect of YouTube is what makes me stay here. So basically that's all I had to say, and I don't know when I'll vlog again, because I haven't been writing, being in school, I haven't been writing as much as I would like to. But I mean, next semester I'm taking philosophy, so maybe in between my projects I'll be able to find inspiration to write, so we might have some new stuff by the winter, in the winter semester. And yeah, that's basically that's all I have to say. And so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. If I don't get around to making a New Year's vlog, Happy New Year, and have a good weekend, and talk to you later.